Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this. Right, this is an article which I have found very recently. It's actually dated, if I go over here a bit, it's actually dated around, oh, let me turn this off, sorry, around September 19th, 2017. I've only just come across this. Now, let's get one thing straight. In my humble opinion, being a self-professed skinny git, you know, I find it very difficult to gain weight. You might be able to see back there. These are calorie tub powders, okay? I'm having to actually buy calories to gain weight because I find it very difficult, okay? I'm a self-professed skinny git. Not boasting. I say that humbly. I do attribute that to a pretty high metabolism. I'm a very high energy guy. I do use cell energizers, but that's another story. Link down below if you want to know about cell energizers. Just my terminology. Okay. The number one rule of weight loss, as we all know, calorie reduction. Okay, we know this. Fine. I'm not the biggest fan of the CICO method. CICO, calories in and calories out. We all know this. You count the number of calories and you lose weight like that. Don't agree with it. Don't like it. Not many studies to back up long term. I know for some of you, CICO works. So I'm not going to say it's flat out wrong, impossible. I'm not going to say that because that's bullshit. That's bollocks. I know some of you, it's not bollocks, it's legit. I don't really get it myself, but that's me. Because I can scoff all sorts of food, donuts and sweets and candy bars. Doesn't change this at all. Does not change my abs whatsoever. And that's less than 12% body fat. Okay, so having said all that, I thought I'd do this very quickly. I'm using Bandicam, as you can tell. I like using Bandicam. I do recommend you use the software for screen recording. I think it's great. But I have come across this article really. As you can tell here, it's from health.com. Again, a very good website. This is as close to me agreeing with CICO without me officially saying, guess what, I agree with CICO. Because I do agree that calorie reduction is the only way to lose weight. However, I believe it's down to more your belly, not your mind. Your belly will tell you. I always say your belly will basically do the CICO for you, not you consciously. You don't choose. You know, your belly will tell you based on how hungry or how full you feel. If you feel very full, you're going to eat. Simple as that. There's many ways of doing it. I think the best one is using unprocessed foods. They have done tests on that. Having said all of that, not to contradict myself, this is as close as me saying I agree with CICO without me saying, guess what, I agree with CICO. I'm looking at this. I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking at this. This is a great article, actually. It's on September the 19th, 2017. And it comes out with basically, to cut a huge long story short, I will link the article below, down the box below. This is by far a brilliant advert for CICO, but not with a little bit of a plot twist. It does do CICO very quickly. They've done a very study. Using a form of it's doing CICO but part-time very quickly, because I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I do recommend you check the article out. They used they did a study with, as you can tell down here, 32 participants. I think they were all 30, including only men as well. I think it was a small test, but I think it's very very doable, very approachable, very I think you can approach this diet plan if you approach it with great confidence. It's going to work out. Cut a long story short, 2 groups, one group was, no, where is it now? It was over here, 16 weeks and 30 weeks. 16 weeks, check their diet, like non-stop for 16 weeks. 30 weeks, they did it, but every 2 weeks, they went back to normal on the assumption that they didn't gain any more weight. So they went down and they stopped for 2 weeks, making sure that they didn't gain any excess weight, and then they went, and so did it in start parts. If I go down here, I'll tell you what I mean. Because the thing with dieting is that there's a thing called, as you can tell here, adaptive thermogenesis. Basically, your metabolism is reduced when you reduce the energy calories. So yeah, that's what I think, and that's why I'm not the biggest fan of CICO. I think people don't take adaptive thermogenesis into consideration, but that's just my opinion. But where is it now? It's down here somewhere where they there's so much to it. I really recommend you read this article. It's absolutely great. It is. We're quick to point out that strict calorie counting was also important during the non-diet weeks. This was the group number 2 that went up to 30 weeks. They didn't just eat what they wanted; they had to keep a stable, weight. Why is this not working? Thank you. No, the mouse ain't going to work, is it? Okay, never mind. But a stable weight. Yes, I've got mouse to click. They also say that they believe that maybe they've got here point out that intermittent fasting diets don't seem to work any better than continuous dieting. It says here continuous steady dieting. But I do recommend you read this. If you're into CICO, you think it is good, you don't agree with, you think I'm talking out of bollocks and bullshit. What does this guy know? He doesn't have to restrict his calories. He eats anything he wants. What would he know about calorie restriction? What an arsehole. That's fine. I'll hold my hand up. But if you're going to do it, I recommend you do it this way. So yeah, I'll link the website up here down below. I really do recommend you read it. It's 2017. The only thing is, and they do say this, only 32 participants, and it was only men. So will it be different for female? I'm not sure. Check out the article, guys. I'll leave the link down below. Let me know what you think as well. And yeah, hopefully you'll get benefit from this. I thought I'd just mention this, and I might do these videos where I will commentate over an article which I find, because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I've got no professional certification in losing weight, apart from the fact that I am a self-professed skinny git. I can eat anything I want for the most part, and not gain much. Like I said, I've got this calorie powder tubs down there. I've got to actually buy tubs of powder to gain weight because my metabolism is very, very high. I'm not complaining. There's cons to that. I do have to meditate, try and keep my metabolism down. But I will say this is a great article. I really recommend you read it. And yeah, fair play. A little shout out to health.com for putting this on there. Like I said, it came out in 2017. It's taken me, a good 5 years, 6 years for me to twig it's out there. If you can find a way to balance having unprocessed foods that's either healthy low fat or healthy low carb with this approach, you'll find that your metabolism will hopefully keep pretty high and your weight will go down. That's just my take on it. Alright, as always guys, let me know what you think, comment down below, you know the drill, like and subscribe down there, and yeah, thanks so much for watching guys. As always, take care. Ciao for now.